What's going on, everybody? David here, back with another video. So we're going to do a stimulus package, stimulus check update. We do have some good news. Early this morning, the Senate passed the COVID relief budget resolution. And I know you're saying, well, what does that mean? Is that the bill? We're going to talk a little bit about that because it's not the bill yet. We haven't gotten that far, but we are moving in the right direction. So we're going to talk about that. But first off, you guys can do me a favor. Please hit the like button. It does help with the YouTube algorithm. Also, please subscribe to the channel. Hit that little bell notification. That way you'll get notified anytime we put out a video. Okay, so as I stated, the Senate, they passed the budget resolution. So now this will unlock the possibility to do budget reconciliation. So now all they need is a majority vote in order to pass this bill. So I know this might sound a little bit confusing. You're thinking, well, what is the budget resolution? Why are they doing that? Why don't they just vote on the corona relief package? Well, let me show you a diagram. We can kind of outline exactly what needs to happen, and we'll talk a little bit about a timeline too. So we know the Senate, they already passed the budget resolution. Now it needs to go to the House. The House needs to pass the budget resolution. And then once the House passes the budget resolution, that's when it will go to committees. Now, when it goes to all these different committees, what they are going to do is they're going to get a proposed bill. Okay, so they are going to put together the parts of this bill. They'll all specialize in their certain areas, and they will put the bill together. Once they put the bill together, that's when it will go over to the House. And then once the House passes it, then it will go over to the Senate. Now, the Senate, all we need is 50 votes. So if we can get all 50 Democrats to vote on this bill, then it will become law because the president will sign off on it and they will go through the budget reconciliation. That's how they will do it. And Kamala Harris, the vice president, she will come in as a tiebreaker. So you need a majority vote, right? So she'll come in as a tiebreaker and make it 51 instead of the 50 votes, just the 50 Democrats. So they can do this completely without Republicans. Okay, that's the important part to know about this whole situation. Now, the important thing to understand is this is going to take time. You see, the House will probably vote today to pass the budget resolution. And then from that point, it could take at least a week, maybe even 2 weeks in committee. So they'll have to figure out exactly what the proposed bill is going to have in it. And then from that point, we're looking at probably mid-March is the target date for them to vote on this bill. So they'll vote on the bill mid-March, and that will mean checks will probably go out. If we're looking at it, checks will probably go out at the end of March. As soon as the bill is passed and signed off by the president, then you can expect checks to start coming out. We'll probably say the week after that. Now, we are going to need to look at, because they want to make some adjustments to who receives stimulus checks and who doesn't, as far as the cap. They did have some amendments in the late night budget resolution for the Senate. They did have some amendments, and they had some issues with certain things. So they're going to have to address some stuff when it comes to the overall who qualifies for a stimulus check. So that might slow the process down because now the Treasury Department is going to have to go through and make changes. So they can't just hit the button and send the checks to the same people that received them last time. They're going to have to make some adjustments. So that might take a little bit of time when it comes down to it. But that's it in a nutshell. That's what we're looking at. It will take a little bit of time. Mid-March is the target date, and that's when enhanced unemployment runs out. So that's why they're giving this kind of deadline of mid-March. You know how Congress works. They like to work on a deadline. So if they have some time, they'll waste that time and go right up to the deadline before they make a decision. So we'll have to see where that goes. But that's what we're looking at. And it is good news. It's good news that the Senate went ahead, passed a budget resolution, go to the House today. Hopefully the House can pass a budget resolution today, and then we can get going next week with them actually looking at this in committee. Now, we do have the impeachment trial that will be happening in the Senate. So that will slow things down as well. So they'll probably be doing half and half. I don't even think the Senate will even be addressing anything yet. I think the House is going to pretty much spearhead doing figuring out what this proposed bill is going to look like. And then from that point, then the Senate will find out. Now, let's say it goes to the House passes it, no problem. Then it goes to the Senate has issues. You might have Senator Joe Manchin might have some issues with some things because he's a moderate Democrat. He might say, no, I want this, I want that. So if there are changes made in the Senate, then it will go back to the House for final approval, and then they can vote on it and approve it and then send it to the president. So that could be something that we look at as well. But we're moving along. We are moving along. So that's good. So if you guys have any questions, let us know down below. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe for more, and I'll talk to you in the next one. Bye.